Hi, welcome to day 825,600 of quarantine. I am losing it and my hair color is fading, and honestly, I loved the color while it lasted. My hair has also been growing insanely fast. I was looking up different ways to remove hair color, semi-permanent hair color, which this is. And this video came up on YouTube of how to use vitamin C powder with shampoo to strip hair color naturally without causing too much damage to your hair. So that's very attractive to me because I know if I put bleach on top of this right now, obviously what's going to happen is going to turn like a weird pink orange color. It's going to damage my hair. I didn't blow my hair out today, so you guys can see I have a very naturally like thick frizzy texture, which only gets worse the more I play with my hair. So, and now we've got like this weird faded thing going on. It's almost pink in this light, and this is all natural light coming in from my window, so I don't love this look. And the reason specifically why I don't love it is because one, it's a lot of upkeep. Two, it's stained on my towels. And three, and most important, my skin tone is just too red for this. So it's like red on red. And obviously everybody's been in isolation for a while now. And I'm realizing like if I don't wear makeup, I don't like the way this looks. So I am happy to just go back to my regular mousy brown hair color until I decide that it is healthy enough for me to add some highlights or do an ombre. I don't know. Most of my hair, as you can see, grows in like this weird brown, gray, white mixture. I don't know why. I started going gray at 22. Don't really care because I'm always doing things to my hair, but I would also like to make it to like 92 and still have my own hair on my head. So I need to let it relax for a while. So how do we do a vitamin C wash, and what would be the alternative? So the alternative would be to use something like Color Oops, which I've used before and it works very well. I just did it recently though, so that's kind of why I don't want to do it again. And by the way, I know a lot of you are kind of like brazenly doing your own hair right now and you've never done it. So I feel like I need to issue this disclaimer now. I am not a professional hairstylist. However, I have worked for and managed hair salons for quite a while. When I was in college, it's actually how I got myself through college. And in that, I was able to learn a lot from my friends that are hairstylists. And usually still to this day, I will check in with my friends who are stylists and say, hey, what would you think if I did this? And I mean, my best friend gave me like a total disclaimer. She was like, that red is going to be really hard to get out of your hair. And because she used to have red hair like this, and she's also a blonde, like I would normally be a blonde. So that's my little disclaimer there. I'm not a professional, but I'm willing to take that risk because I know that I have informed opinions from people. Since this isolation thing started, I am seeing so many people just ruining their hair, and it's like, as people are laughing, but to me it's hard to watch because I think your hair says a lot about who you are. And that's why for me, like I like not wearing makeup if I don't have to. I worked really hard to get my skin where it's at, even though I have a giant breakout right now, which is very upsetting. But I work really hard to get my skin clear and keep it clear and keep my eyes nice and, you know, not too puffy so that I can run to the store in just my mask and my hazmat suit, you know? So what I've done here is that I took about 16 capsules of this vitamin C. I got this at the health food stores. This is actually pretty high grade vitamin C. I probably shouldn't be using this on my hair. Should probably be taking it, but it's fine. Can always get more. This is Nature's Plus. Now, the most important thing that you want here is you want the ascorbic acid to be on the label. So I don't know if that's focused. I'm not wearing my glasses, guys. I ran out of contacts. But you want absorbic acid on the label. So here, this is 1,000 milligram of vitamin C per capsule. And this has 1,000 milligrams of absorbic, am I saying that right? No, ascorbic, sorry, acid. So I'm also not a chemist, disclaimer. So I have this, I ordered clarifying shampoo, but the way Amazon Prime is working these days, and the way my patience level is set up, and the way my boredom level is set up. So for now, I'm gonna use this Dollar Tree Suave Essentials Tropical Coconut Nourishing Shampoo. Other thing that you want to make sure you're not doing if you're gonna do this is to use a color shampoo, like something that would deposit color. So like a blonde shampoo or a red shampoo or a brunette shampoo that defeats the purpose. You're still depositing color in your hair. And then you also wouldn't want to use anything that had any other dye in it. So this is just plain white. I think this will be fine because it won't be depositing anything else. Some people do also mix in a little dish soap. I have used dish soap in the past when I had another manic panic fiasco, but this time it was fiasco because it was my first time using it. Story time for another time. I've used it in the past. It does work really well. It's not that harsh on the hair. I mean, you think about it, they use it for little baby ducks that get stuck in the oil spills. I digress. So I took about 16 capsules of this. I used my cheap blender so that I wouldn't hurt my NutriBullet because I love it so much. Okay, and here's the powder. Now this is a pretty big Tupperware. Normally when I do anything with my hair, I used to use my actual like hair color mixing bowl. But as short as it is, and this is very short for me hair length wise, my hair is still pretty thick. Like, I don't know if you guys can kind of see, but it's thick and it's kind of wavy, so I usually need a lot. Like if I'm dyeing my hair at home, like let's say I go to Sally's, it's always 2 tubes. Like it's never been 1 tube. The only time it's ever been 1 tube is when I was lying to myself. So I'm gonna mix this up and I will show you guys, and then I'm going to apply it. And once I apply it, now some people leave it on for 20 minutes, some people leave it on for an hour. This is weird and this might not be related at all, so I could be totally wrong, but this does say sustained release. So I don't know, maybe if I leave it on for an hour, it'll work better. Who knows? I'll leave it on for the full hour. I'll do some things around the house and I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like. And I will actually blow dry my hair this time so that you can get a better idea.
Okay, so I'm just going to squeeze some of this shampoo in here. I know you can see I'm talking, but what I was saying really didn't make any sense. I'm just going to stir this up and create a paste. And as you can see, I'm going to add shampoo a few more times because like I said, I have a lot of hair. I'd say I probably used about 30 to 35% of that shampoo bottle just for this, and it was exactly the right amount. So you'll get to see the consistency. It's kind of the same consistency as homemade paste or glue if you've ever used that for arts and crafts.
Okay, I have seen people say that you need to do multiple washes with this, which I can totally see how that would be true. Okay, so here's the consistency. I still feel like I can add a little more shampoo, gotta be honest. Okay, and this is why, like guys, the clarifying shampoo I got, not even expensive. It's coming from, like I said, it's coming from Amazon. It's a Neutrogena clear clarifying shampoo. So I figure with that, and I only typically, this is a lot more than usual, I typically only wash my hair like twice a week. So it's gonna be kind of a slow burn, I feel like, unless this actually really helps. So here's to hoping. All right, is that enough? It's a good question. I kind of wish I had done this in the mixing bowl because then I would know when it was enough. Let's see. Yeah, cheap shampoo, kind of the way to go, guys. And then obviously, if you have one, I would say a deep conditioner. I've also heard Head and Shoulders is really good for this. Head and Shoulders will help to strip color out of your hair. And also it's pretty good for your scalp when you're constantly coloring it. Like my scalp gets really dry and itchy. Your hair should be damp when you do this. I did shower this morning, so I'm just gonna go run a little more water through it because it's still damp at the roots, and then we'll get started. And then I will grab my shower cap and cover it. Some people are covering plastic bag. Maybe I'll put a plastic bag, then my shower cap. I think the idea here is just to trap the heat on the head and obviously not get this weird ass mixture everywhere you go. So be right back. We'll put it on. Everything will be good. All right, I'm back. I've wet my hair a little bit. Like I said, it was still damp from this morning's shower, so no big deal. Here we go. I'm gonna just do 2 sections. This is kind of like a lazy one for me. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because like I said, I probably am gonna have to repeat this a few times. So I'm gonna actually tie up the bottom first because obviously I want the top to get the most exposure, I guess. So, by the way, if you're in the market for like a really good detangling brush, this is the only brush that makes my kid not cry. It's really good. We both love it. And it comes with like a little brush cleaner. It's adorable. Also very helpful because who wants to clean brushes when you can just slide a little comb through it?
So as you can see, I'm going to separate my hair into 4 sections, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. And I'm going to just saturate it and make funny faces. And then when it's done, I'm going to kind of rub it in like you would a shampoo if you were lathering. And then I'm going to cover it with a plastic bag, which I initially wasn't going to do, but why not? We'll just go all the way.
Stop it. I know what you guys are thinking. She's never looked better. But the timer's on. I forgot to start it. So we're starting it now. And I will see you guys in about an hour and a half once, well, I'm not gonna have you guys watch me rinse it because I don't have one of those shower heads that comes off. We just moved and I forgot my old one. So I'm gonna jump in the shower when this is done and rinse it out, and then I'll show you guys the final results. And then if I do it another time, I will show you guys what it looks like when I'm rinsing it out. But I'll let you know whether or not color came out when I rinsed it. Okay, and by the way, I was right. I used the whole damn thing. So I will see you guys in a little bit. I could see how people would say this is a little itchy. No big deal, fine. At any rate, it has to be better than bleach. So I will see you guys in an hour. Bye. Okay, so I am absolutely mind blown at how well this worked. Right away, when I took off my cap, you guys know how you put a plastic bag on. Sorry for the extreme close-up, but I put a bag on my head, and you can't really see it in this light, but there's a lot of color on this bag. So right away, it started working. I left it on for the full 60 minutes, and then as I started rinsing, I could tell that as it was coming out, and it took a long time to get it out, all the red was coming like to my toes, and it was like a pinkish shade. All right, you guys, I am sold, like shook, sold. Okay, this is one wash. What? Okay, so like I was saying before, I could see it on the plastic bag when I took it off my head. And then I could also see it when it was being rinsed out, and it did take quite a while to rinse it out. But you can see I had a lot of like new growth when I went red. And you can kind of see where it's sticking versus where it came out. And now that I'm thinking about it, when I did the new red, I think I might have done a permanent root here. And this I would have left alone because there was no gray or white in it. So this is probably going to be a lot more stubborn to get out if I can get it out. It did lighten. And then the same thing, well, probably not the same thing down here, but I'm going to definitely have to hit that root more next time. But just considering how much the ends have lightened, it's a considerable amount, and my hair was not falling out. It feels a little dry, but like I said, I only wash my hair twice a week, so I'm not really worried about that. And I know I'm not going to have more supplies until Wednesday, so which is probably when I would wash my hair next anyway. But this is really like a good trick, and I'll be honest, if I can get the remaining red / pink / orange out, you know, like from, I don't know, I guess about here down, right? With this method, and I only have to do the color oops where I had the permanent hair dye in, more towards my root, I would still call that a win, because then I'm not stripping the entirety of my hair, and obviously any damage I have is going to be concentrated towards the bottom because, you know, that's the oldest hair I have, so it's been through the most. So I would say this is definitely a good method. It's easy, it's not even that messy, to be honest with you. Like, I hardly got any on myself or on the floor. So I would say if you're looking for a way to remove semi-permanent hair dye, this is like an 8.5 out of 10. And the only reason I'm saying 8.5 is because you're gonna need time to do it, and it's not something that's gonna be instantaneous, as opposed to using something like Color Oops or, you know, another color stripper. Those are gonna be kind of instant. As long as you have the patience and the ability to do this more than once or twice, I say go for it. It will definitely come out. Well, I shouldn't say definitely, but I can tell mine's gonna come out, and it's definitely a lot easier on your hair. So I will follow up when I do my second and then probably my third wash. I definitely think this is gonna need more than 2 washes up here. And then if that doesn't go, then what I'll do, like I said, is I'll just hit Color Oops where I can't get it out. But so far, so good. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've tried this method and it's worked or not worked below, please comment and let me know what you think. If you're going to try this method, please let me know what you think. Or if you have any tips on how I can improve upon this and get it to actually work at my root, I would love to hear what you have to say. Otherwise, please subscribe, and I will see you next time.